Ordinary Life with Kitty Doyle and
Emma Kiriakou.
And I'm not entirely sure what we're talking about this week, but we're not medical professionals or health stuff, people, things, but we are experts.
We're experts on us.
On us.
On our lives.
On our lives. and the fact that we've been living with Parkinson's disease for too long.
Yes, we know a lot about that, don't we?
Indeed.
Yeah.
I wish I didn't. Yes. It would be nice to not know much about Parkinson's.
Yeah.
But we do. And we're going to come together. We come every week. And we are sponsored by Cover Yours Insurance. From quote to claim, they're in your corner. You can find them at coveryours.co.nz, protecting you and your business. So you can keep going when other things maybe don't.
Other things stop.
Yeah.
Or turn bad.
Here we are. And what's our topic this week, Emma?
Hey, why don't we talk about employment?
Employment.
Having Parkinson's and being employed. And specifically, at what point do you fess up and declare your illness, if at all, or if ever? And, what are our experiences with that? I know, I mean, in the past I've fessed up, but not at the beginning. What about you?
Well, I've worked for myself for a really, really long time. And when I did work for somebody for a while in this period, and they knew that I had Parkinson's when I took the job. But prior to that, I mean, I'd applied for lots and lots of different roles. I remember one person said to me, so what's your typing speed like then if you've got Parkinson's? And I was like, wow, thanks. And I mean, I don't
Sorry, that's not funny, is it?
No, but, I always felt I liked to be honest about it and tell people. But I did actually, I think I got it wrong, unfortunately, but then...
What do you mean that you got it wrong?
I got it wrong because I told people, and people are still too prejudiced to recognise that you can be a useful employee and have Parkinson's. But I actually wish... I don't think I got it wrong. But I did, if that makes sense. I believe that it shouldn't make any difference. And I know that I didn't have to tell them legally, and I know that it should be quite all right if you admit it. But unfortunately, evidently, it's not.
It colours things.
Yeah.
Yeah. I probably have worked for a lot of public sector organisations in the past, and I don't think they know very, very much about what it's like. You're filming me.
I am.
What it's like to live with Parkinson's when you're kind of this age. I think people often the kind of a reaction I would get would be, if I told somebody, it was usually if they knew about Parkinson's, it was their grandparent. They had a grandparent with it, or someone of that age.
My grandma's got Parkinson's.
Yeah.
My uncle's got Parkinson's.
Yeah, totally. And it was kind of a bit of either I'd get the kind of woe kind of look on the face sort of thing, and then I'd feel like, oh no, I have to prop them up sort of thing.
It's that moment when they go, oh, my uncle had Parkinson's, and you go, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And they go, oh yeah, he's dead now. or worse, he's in a home now.
Yes, yeah. I know it's such a different kettle of fish, isn't it? When you get it older compared to when you get it at our age. But
I saw someone the other day, and they were talking to me about their neighbour, and they said, they've had Parkinson's for a really long time. And I said, oh, and how old are they? And they said, they're like 80. They've had it for like 7 or 8 years.
Oh no!
And I'm thinking, and I went, well,
I was thinking about your number.
Like 40 years by the time I hit 80.
Yeah. And I think I saw something about Michael J. Fox in terms of, because he got diagnosed at 29,
Yeah.
And I recently, like in the last 2 years, I saw he had said he wasn't going to reach 80, and everyone everywhere around the world was publishing Michael J. Fox is sad about.
I remember that, yeah.
Yeah, but now he's kind of a bit more. I mean, I've seen recent stuff where he's a bit more. I'm getting coming to terms with it. Using a wheelchair a bit more.
Yeah, but I also think there's that terrible thing, isn't there, when you have to kind of adapt as you change, and things happen to you, and it's like a constant flux, a constant state of shifting and adjusting with this thing, and you have to accept that things have changed, and then you kind of move on.
That's so true. Yeah, and you don't even realise. I only realise that kind of thing when I look back over my letters from the, my medical letters, and go, oh, I didn't remember that, but that, a couple of years ago I was really struggling,
and I remember
they made improvements.
Well, I mean, to go back to the employment thing, when I was looking for employment, I went for one job, and basically it was going to be a 2-step interview process. And I had the first interview, went really, really, really well, and I hadn't told anybody I had Parkinson's. And then right at the end of the interview, they said, oh, and if you do really well, you'll get the second interview, and that'll be with, the big cheese. And I said, oh, great. And they said, is there anything else you want to tell us? And I said, oh, actually, yeah, I'll be honest with you. If you look me up on social media, because I knew they would, I said, you'll find out that I've got Parkinson's. And there was this like, Anyway, there were about 3 of them, and we had a bit of a chat. And I said, but it doesn't affect my ability to do the job. I'm still, absolutely fine. Plenty of years left in the old girl, And that was that. Anyway, I got the second interview.
Right, yeah.
I went down, I walked into the room, shook this person's hand, and they said, I just need to, thank you for coming. She said, I need to ask you, how will you get to work every day if you get the job? And I'm asking, of course, because you've got Parkinson's. And I just went, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
Oh, my gosh.
I was like, I'm sorry, I don't quite understand the question. And she says, well, how will you manage getting all the way here, doing a full day's work, and then getting home again? And I said, well, how do you manage it?
Yeah. God.
And she says, well, I don't know. I hope you don't mind me asking, because I don't really know much about Parkinson's, but I did look it up the other night. And what stage are you at?
Oh, right. Okay.
And I said,
gosh,
I don't mean to be rude, but I don't think any of these questions are relevant or legal.
Yeah.
No, but you're already sat there thinking, well, I've clearly not got this job.
Oh, my gosh. Did they offer it to you?
Well, what happened was I basically spent 40 minutes educating her on what Parkinson's was.
Yeah. I
also explained that I'd seen some of her employees and they looked like prime candidates for a heart attack, so why were they singling me out?
Oh, gosh.
Because it was a place that employed some manual workers, and some of these were, let's just say, middle-aged men who looked rather rotund. And I also asked them if they employ people with diabetes and asthma.
Oh, my gosh.
Right, because it's a bit of a bugbear of mine. Anyway, I did actually get told how much they were going to offer me as a salary. And somebody had said that I was the preferred candidate, and they were trying to draw up an offer of employment. And I was asked to fill out some forms. Now, I'm being very careful about what I say here, because I ended up taking them to a tribunal.
Did you?
Because everything was going swimmingly. And then I got a phone call saying, oh, I'm sorry, you're no longer the preferred candidate, and we're not going any further with the process. And I said, I beg your pardon? We were talking about start dates and all kind of things.
Yeah. And
they said, oh, no, there's been a change. The other person has had impeccable references. I said, so do I. Anyway, I said, is this because I'm sick? It's got nothing to do with your Parkinson's, she says, and puts the phone down. I went to the Human Rights Tribunal.
Did you? Oh, that's really interesting.
I did.
Because I was going to ask, do you know what the legal thing is that in terms of employment? What are they allowed to and not allowed to?
Well, they're not allowed to discriminate because
based
of
on
disability.
yes,
you know, and age and sex and,
Yeah.
and gender, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, we went to this mediation meeting. It was kind of amusing because there was an HR lady and there was the CEO of the company had flown down from Auckland.
right.
And they were coming to the meeting and this lady says, but this is all absolutely ridiculous. And I asked, could you confirm to me the reason why I wasn't offered the position?
Yeah.
And they said I had to fill out a form for the Ministry of Justice to do a background check. And she said, and you didn't fill out any of the information that we asked you for, and you didn't return any of the forms. And the other person was, you didn't reply to our emails and this, that and the other. And I said, right. So could you just confirm to me that the reason I didn't get the job was that I didn't reply to your forms and I didn't fill out this document? And they said, yes. I was like, right. Okay, here is your email to me, dated whatever it was. Here is my email response. Here is your confirmation of my response.
Oh my gosh.
Here is your request that I fill out the Ministry of Justice form. Here is my response.
Oh my gosh.
Here is your email confirming you've received my response and the Ministry of Justice site is down and therefore I can't fill out the form, but you'll let me know when it comes back up. Here's my email thanking you for your interest. Here's your other email confirming that I've sent you everything apart from the Ministry of Justice. And this person who was the director just turned to the HR person and they were glaring at them.
Oh my goodness.
And
so obviously the CEO didn't get the full picture.
it was like crash and burned.
So what did the mediation uncover? Was there any discrimination going on?
I asked them to provide a donation to a Parkinson's charity, and I asked them to overhaul their training and interview procedures. And I said, you would have been a really great people to work for, but I no longer wish to work with you.
Oh, I totally understand that conclusion.
But that was crazy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they didn't kind of did they make a ruling on, I don't know how the Human Rights Tribunal works, but is it kind of that?
Everybody signs non-disclosure agreements.
Yeah.
So, I can't tell you who it was. I can't tell you
I wasn't,
about that,
I wasn't asking for who it was.
Right.
I was just kind of asking, did they sort of uncover it was about your diagnosis, or did it not kind of get to that point?
To be honest, I was over it. I just wanted to leave and have done with it. But it's interesting because no matter what, it's a very difficult job climate in New Zealand anyway.
Yeah, it is.
And that's why I'm self-employed.
Yeah.
And the only person that's given me a shot since has been Mark from Cover Yours.
Go Mark.
Go Mark.
It is really fraught, isn't it? Because I think even when you're kind of out and in employment and it's okay, you kind of have to keep coming out in terms of every new person you meet,
Well, it's handy that I do insurance because I'm kind of like a walking advert for
getting your insurance. Yeah.
I've had bad experiences myself personally, which means I know why it's important to use someone like me. And of course, Mike, my husband with his cardiac arrest, would be on very, very, very difficult situation without it. Feels like a big advert for insurance now, but it's not meant to.
So you kind of feel like what would you say to somebody who was considering telling their employer?
I think if you are in a good employment situation and you've got a good manager and then it's a very personal thing. Yeah. I don't know if I can answer that. You worked for government. How did you find it? I
would trumpet to people to tell people as soon as possible. But when I was, I only got diagnosed sort of mid employment with a government department, and So I kind of had that whole, I knew that I had known for a long time that there was something wrong with me.
Yeah, there's a lot wrong with you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's okay. I'm an imperfect person. But yeah, and so I kind of felt like I needed to tell people because it just made me really anxious, worrying about being found out and having people go, what's your problem? Why are you doing that? Why are you moving like that? Why are you taking those pills all the time, sort of thing? So I just told everybody, and it was kind of weird because my employer, I told my manager, and they told everyone else, kind of like sent an email to everyone. And I had said in the email, if you see me struggling or whatever, just I'm happy for people to talk to me about it or ask me questions or anything. But nobody ever did.
Oh, great.
Yeah, great.
I think.
Maybe.
Maybe they didn't tell you that their father had died of Parkinson's or something like that.
Yeah, and I occasionally I would really struggle with walking, and I remember one time walking into a meeting room and having a kind of higher level manager go, "Oh, you poor thing."
Oh no.
Yeah, and I felt really like, "Oh, but I'm fine," sort of thing. Yeah.
I think we should, encourage people to be honest, but it's a very, very personal thing.
Yeah.
I think we should pick this up next week.
Okay, cool. Yes, let's talk about it some more. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, because there's so much to uncover in this kind of area.
So there you have it. We'll have more of this. Thank you to Cover Yours for sponsoring our program.
And we'll see you next time on Coast Access. And where else are we? Kitty Fitting?
Everywhere.
I called you Kitty Fitting.
You did. I answer to most things. Anywhere you can pick up your podcasts, we are available. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram at Ordinary Life PD. And
that's
goodbye
all from
for
us.
now. Bye.
Bye.
This program was made with assistance from New Zealand On Air for radio broadcast and through the accessmedia.nz website. Thank you, New Zealand On Air.